past there.
Yeah. You got to give Walk so much credit, though. With all that action going down, he quickly ended the fight to get Robob back up. Same cannot be said for Acorn and Mr. Savage. Down goes Acorn, but a down is actually going to be there. Sun's going to get dropped. That's Alex's teammate who's on the other side of that wall. He gets dropped by Lane and Suki. Acorn just trying to have that attic and claim it as his own. Doesn't want to let anybody enter in. And honestly, he could bypass a lot of this chaos as long as he keeps his position unknown.
Is it possible to bypass chaos here in this lobby though? I feel like at every single...
Maybe for a few seconds at most.
Yeah, like, you know, maybe if you hide in some certain corners, but no matter where you are, if the sun can possibly shine there, I feel like you are at risk of just being taken down and taken out. It's so hard. Acorn just sitting up above that building there, and I'm sure he'll wait for his chance to jump in and third party this, because Kiss and Crackly are right in the midst of a fight. It's going to be Lame that picks one up. Super Key doesn't seem to know just who is waiting above. I don't know if Acorn can do anything.
Go inside of the mind of Acorn here. What's actually going through his mind, seeing all these players right below, all this loot. Even if he doesn't see them, he hears them. But this is just the patience of an expert like Acorn, letting it all kind of battle down and unfold right below. Full HP, full shields. That's Rox and Robab returning to the seat of the crime, taking down Lame. Suki tries to get away. Malibuka claims those elimination points as they try to get on out. And now Acorn is really going to have to make a decision here.
Yeah, the zone's forcing him to move, right? And so can't sit there idly anymore. Malibuka and Pink, they are alive deep into this game, which is good, but unfortunately, it seems like I've jinxed that one because Pink goes down. Malibuka's still fighting, but for not much longer. It's a rematch between those two teams. Revised and Reciprocal took them out last game, and here in game 2, they are victorious once again. They have their number right now, but it is Wox and Robab who have just been dominating this lobby. 5 eliminations so far. They have been active and alive this endgame, and it doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. You can see their position is so strong up at the top of this hill. There's only one other team that has a position that can really rival that.
And somehow I saw on the feed, Acorn not only gets out of the attic, but find 5 more points. Might be one of the only solos left in the game. Opt and Fluger towards the low. They know their shield bubble is going to run out. Quickly tries a kinetic blade, change their location, but into the hands of Adris and Kanata. Using the tree trunk to kind of displace them out of position. They go down overall, and with Kanata getting revived from Adris, giving them a second chance at life, you got to imagine the confidence from them too has to be oozing tenfold.
Yeah, this is really nice for them to be alive this deep, especially after the circumstances of the game earlier on.
This is bad.
Bad for who though is the question. It's bad for them because they're right in the midst of a fight. Kanada, low HP, will fall, and it looks like this game's going to finish right here, right now, because Roban and Wox will take it down. Vino in the feed gets taken out there, and we're seeing remnants of what was at least Vino in the past. Unfortunately for Vert though, he won't even be able to profit from it because right there, it's Noah who waltzes on in, and he's going to continue his pursuit with replays by his side. And there will be opportunities because Trashy and Pump are right there, and they didn't drop the shield bubble in time, and so 70 damage will be taken. But this dude has to get to zone, but they just want to fight. They just want to get in. They don't want to stop anytime soon, and it might just work out for them. And yes, it will. Noah picks up both. Replays needs to be revived. Will he have time though? It doesn't seem like it. Queasy, he wants some revenge. He's not gonna get it. Noah takes him out, but he can't go any longer. He runs out of gas, runs out of steam, and it's another team that will waltz on in and take that loot.
I don't even know if we can call it third parties anymore. These are fourth parties, fifth parties. Fortnite sent out invitations and didn't even tell anybody. These dudes on M-Pen were able to skate past all that right below, getting themselves a position with a little bit of height. Cammy and Seti nearby got themselves a little bit of trench. Muzz is going to get taken down in the distance, trying to kinetic blade his way to safety. And I like this loadout from D-Roller. Mythic and epic different variations. And you see the chug gun as well to kind of keep themselves in tip-top shape once they take these battles in the distance. And they're absolutely going to need this because they have one of the more farther pulls when it comes to zero pills, which is going to be a nightmare for them if they don't have some sort of strategy already down packed. Oh. I love the effort, actually. Coming out from Bizzle
I
with those
really
grenades.
like the effort. Yeah. Almost. Close but no cigar.
Yeah. Legendary slurp juices. Chug splashes. He's going to go ahead and drop the chug gun. Go ahead and keep it going. Mappy and Fanajin is going to go ahead and take advantage of damage they put down onto Blake. Bizzle's just going to try to run out, survive as a solo. Even hits a ride into Fatch. But he's going to go down. Third party, fourth party, fifth party coming in. Pamso and Fatch even taking part into this one, but I think Pamso got taken down or at least knocked there into the distance. Seti and Cammy quickly dropped her down the shield bubble to try to protect themselves on the edge of zone. Fanajin getting tagged out of the sky, but quickly drops the shield bubble in the nick of time, but so many teams are beginning to go on the hunt and chase him down.
Yeah, but you're seeing just why the shield bubbles have been meta. Give you that extra bit of protection for a couple moments, couple seconds, before you can rethink your plan. And you can see right now the plan for Crackly and Okas is to just sneak up on here, and it might just work out for them. Misses that first shot, but it won't matter. They pick up one, and Mappy now running all around into the truck, and it might just be his doom. The pulse rifle cleans him up.
Just quickly hopping into the passenger seat. Maybe they won't notice me, he says to himself. Moments before disaster. Mention how great they're doing. Enpen and Lame both getting taken out of the sky. Wow. And we just have seen our final three teams really present themselves. Seti and Cammy, Quanti and Threats. And over on the other side, Crackly and Okas. Everybody really trying to stay alive. Quanti and Threats just trying to use the shield bubble in the car, inching themselves closer. Honestly, the team that is going to be the last with the shield bubble is going to be the one that is worst off. And that might be Seti, that might be Cammy. And that's why they're using the natural, unbreakable terrains to their advantage.
Yeah, and look, props to Seti and Cammy, just in their typical style. They've made it to this stage in the game with only the 2 eliminations. Their counterparts can't quite say the same. Quanti and Threats have 6 so far this game. Okas and his duo have 7. But Seti and Cammy will need to try find some if they have any hope of staying alive in this one. No, it's not going to happen. Seti falls. Cammy just trying to get out of dodge as quickly as possible. And for just a couple moments, he will. And that leaves time for these two teams to face off against each other in a final 2v2. And it looks like Threats is not going to be a beneficiary of it. Crackly and Okas hitting big shots. Them pulse rifles are so hard to deal with. Cammy finally falls now. And so Quanti just has to tip over before Okas and Crackly can claim game 3. Look, they ain't going on without a fight. Like, they're not looking too strong right now overall. And the position in this game is certainly not a favorable one, right? 3 down, I think go very much low on everything. But 4 eliminations in this game isn't too bad. Pablo and Bevies, in the midst of a fight, they've set up the perfect trap. They just got to look down and Taxamu will be taken out, but they walk into a trap of their own. Bevies has to get out, but he can't escape. It's Bofink, it's Guden who pick up those limbs.
A shield bubble is almost placed perfectly, but we see who is brave enough to fight for those pulse rifles. It's going to be Bofink and Guden, immediately trying to put it to use. The great thing about these pulse rifles, too, is they just melt the builds. They melt the cars. They melt anything in their path for the most part. So it's going to be hard to hide behind, as Baka and Pars probably have some of the highest elevation in the lobby so far. Mega and Knifer enter into a building, but from the attic. There goes Vortex shooting down from above. He chases them around to clean that one up. In the feed, you see Kanata getting very, very busy as well. Vortex is right next to Hellfire and Revscar. The next fight is going to begin. 2v1. Is he going to get that same result? No! His luck has definitely run out as Hellfire and Revscar get their 4th elimination of the game.
I don't even know if I could call it luck. When you're in a fight against Hellfire and Revscar in the form they've been in this weekend, it's going to take a lot of luck to even stand any sort of a chance against them. Thatch will run out of luck himself. That's Kanata in ages. But he runs into 7 limbs so far, Jacob. This is ridiculous. Yeah.
They were already in first place. And if they continue on this trend, they're going to build themselves a little bit of lead in that first place position. But being able to close it out is going to be the name of the game. And in this 8th and final zone, picking and choosing when you fight your fight is going to be so important. Muzz with no heals. You got to imagine Bully the same, because Muzz was the one carrying them moments ago. Trying to use the shield bubble. Use this moment to try to recharge their kinetic blade. Bully's going to end up 1v1. 8 elimination is going to be cleaned up, but Muzz is going to be left by himself. His kinetic blade charges are refilling. That's Fluger and Opt on the other side. Triprin's knocked down as well. Scram found his way to safety over at the top, but very close by Hellsfire and Refsguard as well. Kanata and Ager's the only team towards the outside that seems as safe as can be, but that's only a mirage. They still have to travel the zone.
They have decent distance to travel, fortunately for them. They also have kinetic blades, which will allow them to get there sooner. Landing in a place with a tree, but not much cover other than that. Hellfire. Trades. I'm not sure Scram will be happy about that trade.
Yeah, Fluger and Op still have some distance to cover. They're not fully in zone just yet. Instead of just going forward, they're trying to go up over. But somebody, yeah, somebody's hiding in the bush right behind them. That's Muzz. He's able to get the knock on the one, but not before doing some damage. Getting the knock on the Op. Fluger's there. He quickly tries to run into the edge of zone, get this res, but do they have heals? Otherwise, Op might just have to be a sacrifice for Fluger later in the game.
That is rough. Muzz, the thorn in their side, almost costing them the whole game, and it might be the difference maker because we still have a healthy Kanada and Ages in this game. They don't have the height position. That is going to be easinesses. He doesn't have great HP. We'll pick up Opto, who's already low. Fluger's coming all the way up. Fluger, sorry. And he will drop all the way back down. The really nice shots there from Easiness. But unfortunately, you've got to think he's no match for Kanada and Ages because they will come up. When they come up, there's only one place they go, and that's right back down.
One's going to go down. Blake trying to be the hero. He's going to get chopped and down to size. Trashy's going to go down as well. Kinzo's going to go down. Notch's going to go down. There is so much chaos going all around.
I can't keep track of it all, Jacob. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know who's gone down. I don't know who's taken out who. Everybody is falling. All these names in the feed, but the fights don't stop here. Fluger, he's getting on the action now as well. It's Hellfire in his box. It's Hellfire in his face. In this bush.
That's huge.
Take them out. But no, Fluger goes down as well. It's all up to Opt. Will he be able to get the revive off in this bush? He might just get it. I don't think they're getting pushed just yet. No, there's somebody right there. It's epic. Well, if he can take him out, though, that will be enough, and he does. A big shot from Opt there.
This is one of our second place, third place teams. Fluger, Opt, Vortexers, and Axe Force, they're the two teams waiting for that opportunity for everybody else to kind of get eliminated in the lobby where those placement points are really begin to set in. Quanti Threats looking on in the distance. They have 20 points straight off eliminations alone at this stage in the game. They got some distance to cover before they find themselves some comfortability. You best bet they have to have some sort of shield bubble on them. Otherwise, they have to be looking elsewhere. Vert gets taken down. Him and Quinn go back to the lobby. At least they got themselves a top 10 finish.
This is really nice. For Quanti and Threats, they move across the river unscathed. Nobody really sees them. Fluger and Opt are back up and alive, back up and active. 3 LMs on this game so far, and now moving in. They're looking to add more to their tally. They've spotted out a player, but a kinetic blade means that they get out just in the nick of time. They see that player in the truck as well. We can see you. There's nothing in the glove box, mate. You got to get out of the whip. Threats and Quanti in this bush, though, are connecting with nice shots there. And even though Threats takes a bit of damage, Jacob, they are still up in this game.
Just kind of pass out. Cease at the top of the tree like a Christmas ornament. Fatch, the same thing. The two duos trying to take as much control of the low ground as possible. And you got to give it to Fluger and Opt, the best chances. 6 eliminations so far. Cease gets taken out of the tree into the truck. Still trying to keep it going. Tax gets taken down by Quanti. Opt becomes an Uber driver. Cease is there as well. You can't really take him down, but Fluger is going to lend that helping hand, taking down Cease. 5 more points to them as this one comes down to the wire. Fatch gets spotted out in the tree. He almost gets taken down, forced to reposition as Threats and Quanti move closer and closer to Fluger and Opt.
Yeah, in this final showdown between these 3 teams, it's a 2 duos and a solo. It looks like Quanti and Threats realize that they want to take him out, but the final fight will break loose, and it looks like he'll be Fluger and Opt to win the game. What?
This team can do it too. Our FNCS Invitational Champions can make a run here for the ages. Much better position on the leaderboard than some of the teams that we've seen and talked about so far. It's about executing. You see them immediately trying to close the distance, but down goes Kanata. Asia realized the situation. His opponents that got the knock are closing in onto the distance. That's Hellsfire and Revsguard immediately take down Kanata, forcing Asia to think of a backup plan. He has no heals, but luckily for him, he at least at the very minimum has a shield bubble from one fight to the next. Revguard and Hellsfire trying to keep it going. They take down Scram. Trippin's trying to get out. He's going to live to fight another day, but for how long can he survive as a solo?
This is a huge fight for this team. They are fighting for their lives, fighting for their tournament in this game. Easy and Veno are looking to cause them issues as well. They're doing a very similar thing. Pink and Malabuka though. Malabuka's down. Pink is going to have to solo clutch this, which is so rough. Last game, they went on the W key, they went on the hunt, and they amassed so many elimination points that have put them in a position just outside the top 10. They came into this game 12th place. A good game here would have secured it for them. With Malabuka going down, it leaves Pink. He's taken down Mu, which is really, really good. Seti and Kamido, they're still alive in this one.
Oh. Aegis hiding in the tree was able to take down Pink. Had the perfect line of sight last time we saw him. Hitting Cammy, getting forced in on this mountain. Thanks to Alex and Anon. Suns, excuse me, there's Trashy and Pump. They go down, but luckily for them, I think they may have solidified themselves a spot into the top 10, but only time will tell as they can only move down the leaderboard from here on out. Agers, 78 effective shield and HP, just traveling tree to tree right now, just trying to solidify any bit of points that he can to try to take over that first place spot.
Seti and Cammy need to continue to climb. They need to stop finding elims. Currently have none in this game. And to make it this deep in the game with no elims is rather impressive. But that's not important right now. What's important is getting more points on the board for this duo. Coming to this game 17th place. Need to keep hitting big shots. Hellfire and Refsguard struggling.
Oh, they spot Agers as a solo on the other side. Queasy and Vino. Seti and Cammy being cheesy as can be with the heavy breach or the exotic to try to tear down the walls of anybody hiding in these builds. I got a little bit of a cheeky smile going down, something you don't necessarily see every single day when it comes to our traditional BR mode. Anybody hiding in the buildings needs to watch out because your covers are going to go bye-bye, and you see Cammy just waiting perfectly. And their synchronization right here is going to be very, very important as we enter into the top 4. Queasy Vino letting all this action go down and trying to skate by and get themselves a top placing in the game with only 6 eliminations so far.
A big game here from Queasy and Vino could just do it. They're just on the outside. They're about in 14th place. If they can pick up a couple more of these elims and win the game, that would probably be enough to secure top 10. The comeback would be unreal from this duo who was a bit quiet throughout today's competition. Suns and Alex, they'll be looking to try to stop that from happening. And Seti and Cammy will be looking to try to push their way on in as well. All these different teams.
Wait a minute.
The stakes so high.
This might be doable for Queasy and Vino if they're able to grab a couple of these eliminations and the VR. Trying to look at the point threshold. Quick maths. I want to say very, very maybe for Seti and Cammy as well. If they're able to pick up the actual elims and win the game, at least for Queasy and Vino, this is definitely possible. 20 points on straight elims left on the field. About 10 plus points as well. 30-point gap to overcome, but a huge tag from Seti and Cammy on the high ground. 100 HP going bye-bye, but Seti goes down. Left Cammy by himself. 37 HP, trying to go to the backside of zone. Chug Cannon going out. That's going to be his only resource, but Alex and Sons have now claimed the high ground.
If you're Queasy and Vino, you can't afford for these elims to slip out of your reach. Sons and Alex, they're doing everything to take them out of their hands. And so now, they just have to try win this game out. Vino's down. Queasy in a 1v2, the 1v2 of his life, the 1v2 of his career. Goes up, goes down, but it won't be enough. Sons and Alex, the OCE boys will close things out here in game 6.
Oh my God.
And Frets do it.
1 point. 1 point was the difference between them, Kanata, and Agers.